and Persephone are the most romantic story ever told. No. They aren't a romantic story. The story is literally called The Rape of Persephone. And since so many people on social media keep saying they're so romantic, their story is such a cute love story, I decided I'm going to read the myth online. Or at least I'm gonna try. English is not my first language, and I'm not that good at reading aloud, especially in English. So I will try, but I can't promise that this is gonna be like very good. The I'm reading a abridged version of the hymn to the meter, the Homeric hymn to the meter, which I found in this way on theory.com. Yeah, so please ignore my bad reading and listen to this story. It's my favorite myth, and I'm gonna try read it now. The meter's trim-ankled daughter, whom Aidoneos rapt away, given to him by all-seeing Zeus, the loud thunderer. Apart from the meter, lady of the golden sword and glorious fruits, she was playing with the deep-bosomed daughters of Okeanos, and gathering flowers over a soft meadow, roses and crocuses, and beautiful violets, irises, and also I hate that flower, hyacinths. I don't know. I can't pronounce that word. And the narcissus, which Gaia made grow all grow at the will of Zeus to please Polydector, which is the host of many, which is Hades, to be a snare for the bloom-like girl, a marvelous, radiant flower. It was a thing of awe, whether for deathless gods or mortal men to see. From its root grew 100 blooms, and it smelled most sweetly, so that all white heaven above and the whole earth and the sea salt swell laugh for joy. And the girl was amazed, and reached out with both hands to take the lovely toy, but the white-pathed earth yawned there in the plains of Nysa, and the lord Polydecmon, host of many, which is also Hades, with his immortal horses sprang out upon her. The son of Kronos, Polynomos, he who has many names, also Hades. He caught her up reluctant, and his golden car on his golden car, and bare her away lamenting. Then she cried out shrilly with her voice, calling upon her father Zeus, the son of Kronos, who is most high and excellent. But no one, either of the deathless gods or mortal men, heard her voice, nor yet the olive trees bearing rich fruit. Only tender-hearted Hecate, bright-coiffed, the daughter of Perseus, heard the girl from her cave, and the lord Helios, Hyperion's bright son, as she cried to her father, the son of Kronos. But he was sitting aloof, apart from the gods, in his temple, where many pray, and receiving sweet offerings from mortal men. So Hades, that son of Kronos, Polynomos, Polysemantor, we haven't had that yet, that means a ruler of many, and Polydecmon, was bearing her away by a leave of Zeus and on his immortal chariot, his brother's child, all unwilling. And so long as she, the goddess, yet beheld earth and starry heaven, and the strong flowing sea where fishes shoal, and the ray of the sun, and still hoped to see her dear mother and the tribes of the eternal gods. So long hope claimed her great heart for all her trouble, and the heights of the mountains and the depths of the sea ran with her immortal voice, and her queenly mother heard her. Demeter searches for Persephone. Bitter pain seized her, Demeter's heart, and she rent the covering upon her divine hair with her dear hands. Her dark cloak she cast down from both her shoulders and sped like a wild bird over the firm land and yielding sea, seeking her child. But no one would tell her the truth, neither god nor mortal man, and of the birds of omen none came with true news for her. Then for 9 days queenly Deo wandered over the earth with flaming torches in her hands, so grieved that she never tasted ambrosia or the sweet drug of nectaros, nor sprinkled her body with water. But when the 10th enlightening dawn had come, Hecate with a torch in her hand met her and spoke to her and told her news. Queen Demeter, bringer of seasons, giver of good gifts, what god of heaven or what mortal man has rapt away Persephone and pierced with sorrow your dear heart? For I heard her voice, yet saw not with my eyes who it was. But I tell you truly and shortly all I know. So then said Hecate, and Demeter, the daughter of rich-haired Rhea, answered her not, but sped swiftly with her holding flaming torches in her hand. So they came to Helios, who is watchman of both gods and men, and stood in front of his horses, and the bright goddess inquired of him, Helios, do you at least regard me, goddess as I am, if I ever by word or deed of mine have cheered your heart and spirit? Through the fruitless air I heard the thrilling cry of my daughter, whom I bear, sweet Scion of my body and lovely in form, as one seized violently through with my though with my eye not through though with my eyes I saw nothing. But you, for with your beams you look down from the bright upper air over all the earth and sea. Tell me truly of my dear child, if you have seen her anywhere. What god or mortal man has violently seized her against her will and mine, and so made off? So she said. And the son of Hyperion answered her. Sorry, one moment. Queenly Demeter, daughter of rich-haired Rhea, I will tell you the truth, for I greatly revenge and pity you in your grief for your trim-ankled daughter. None other than the deathless gods is to blame, but only cloud-gathering Zeus, who gave her to Idas, her father's brother, to be called his buxom wife. And Idas seized her and took her loudly, crying in his chariot, down to his realm of mist and gloom. Yet, goddess, cease your loud lament, keep not vain anger unrelentingly. Adonis Polysamantor is no unfitting husband amongst the deathless gods for your child, being your own brother and born of the same stock. Also for honor he has that third share which he received when the vision was made at first, and is appointed lord of those amongst whom he dwells. So he spake, and called to his horses, and his chiding they and at his chiding they quickly whirled the swift chariot along, like long-winged birds. But grief yet more terrible and savage came to the heart of Demeter, and thereafter she was so angered with Zeus, the the dark clouded son of Cronos, that she avoided the gathering of the gods and high Olympus. She vowed that she would never set foot on fragrant Olympus, nor let fruit spring out of the ground, until she beheld with her eyes her own fair-faced daughter. The return of Persephone. Now, now when all-seeing Zeus, the loud thunderer, heard this, he sent Argeiphontes, which is Hermes, whose wand is of gold, to Erebos, who so that having won over Idas with soft words, he might lead forth chaste Persephoneia to the light from the misty gloom to join the gods, and that her mother might see her with her eyes and cease from her anger. And Hermes obeyed, leaving the house of Olympus. Straightway sprang down with speed to the hidden places of the earth. When he found the Lord Hades in his house, seated upon a couch, and his shy maid with him, more reluctant because she yearned for her mother, but she was afar off, brooding on her fell design because of the deeds of the blessed gods. Strong Argeiphontes drew near and said, "Dark-haired Idas, ruler over the departed, Father Zeus bids me bring noble Persephone forth from Erebos. Are not the gods, that her mother may see her with her eyes and cease from her dread anger with the immortals. For now she plans an awful deed, to destroy the weakly tribes of earthborn men by keeping seed hidden beneath the earth. And so she makes an end of the honors of the undying gods. For she kept fearful anger and does not consort with the gods, but sits aloof in her fragrant temple, dwelling in rocky hold of Eleusis." So he said, and Idoneus, ruler of the death, smiled grimly and obeyed the behest of Zeus the king. For he straightway urged wise Persephone, saying, "Go now, Persephoneia, to your dark-robed mother. Go and feel kindly in your heart towards me. Be not so exceedingly cast down, for I shall be no unfitting husband for you amongst the deathless gods, that am own brother to Father Zeus. And while you are here, you shall rule all that lives and moves, and shall have the greatest rights among the deathless gods. Those who defraud you and do not appease your power with offerings, reverently performing rites and paying fit gifts, shall be punished for evermore." When he said this, wise Persephoneia was filled with joy and hastily sprung up from gladness. But he on his part secretly gave her sweet pomegranate seeds to eat, taking care for himself that she might not remain continually with grave dark-robed Demeter. Then Adonis Polysamentor openly got ready his deathless horses beneath the chariot, and she mounted on the chariot a strong Argeiphontes took rein and whip in his dear hands and drove forth from the hall, the horses beating readily. Swiftly they traversed their long course, and neither the sea nor river waters, nor grassy gleens, nor mountain peaks uh, checked the career for the immortal horses, but they cleft the deep air above them as they went. And Hermes brought them to the place where rich-crowned Demeter was staying, and checked them before her fragrant temple. And when Demeter saw them, she rushed forth, as does Aeneas down some thick wooden mountains, while Persephone on the other side, when she saw her mother's sweet eyes, left the chariot and horses, leaped down to run to her, and falling upon her neck, embraced her. But while Demeter was still holding her dear child in her arms, her heart suddenly misgave her for some snare, so that she feared greatly, and seized fondly her daughter, and asked of her at once, "My child, tell me, surely you have not tasted any food while you were below? Speak out, and hide nothing, but let us both know. If you have not, you shall come back from loathly Idas, and live with me and your father Zeus, the dark-clouded son of Cronos, and be honored by all the deathless gods. But if you have tasted food, you must go back again beneath the secret places of the earth, there to dwell a third part of the seasons every year. Yet for the 2 parts you shall be with me and the other deathless gods. But where was I? But when the earth shall bloom with the fragrant flowers of spring in every kind, then from the realm of darkness and gloom thou shalt come up once more, and be a wonder for gods and mortal men. And now tell me how he rapt you away to the realm of darkness and gloom, and by what trick did strong Polydecmon beguile you?" Then beautiful Persephone answered her thus, "Mother, I will tell you all without error. When luck-bringing Hermes came, swift messenger from my father, the son of Cronos, and the other sons of Uranus, bidding me come back from Erebus, that you might see me with your eyes, and so cease from your anger and fearful wrath against the gods, I sprang up at once for joy, but he secretly put in my mouth sweet food, a pomegranate seed, and forced me to taste against my will. So I will tell how he rapt me away by the deep plan of my father, the son of Cronos, and carried me off beneath the depths of earth, and will relate the whole matter as you ask. And we were playing in a lovely meadow, Leucippe and Phino and Electra and Lanthe and Melite, also Lache with Rhodea and Caliroe and Meloboses, and Tyche and Ocyroe with fairest flowers, Chryses, Lanera, Acaste, and Admete, and Rhodope, and Pluto, and charming Calypso. Styx too was there, and Urania, and lovely Galaxaure, with Pallas, who roused battles, and Artemis delighting in arrows. We were playing and gathering sweet flowers in our hands, soft crocuses mingled with irises, and hyacinths, and rose blooms, and lilies marvelous to see, and the narcissus which the wide earth caused to grow yellow as a crocus, that I plucked in my joy. But the earth parted beneath, and there was strong Lord Polydecmon, host of Menes, sprang forth in his golden chariot. He bore me away, all unwilling, beneath the earth. Then I cried with a shrill cry, All this is true. Sordo, it grieves me to tell you this tale. To tell this tale. So did wait. So so did they then, with hearts at once greatly cheer each the other soul and spirit with many embrace, with many with many an embrace. Their hearts had relief from their griefs, while each took and gave back joyness. Then bright Hecate came near to them, and often did she embrace the daughter of holy Demeter, and from that time Lady Hecate was minister and companion to Persephone. Um, yeah, so you guys see, we have Persephone saying herself she was all unwilling. She was described at the very beginning, calling out for her mother and her father. So yeah, this is not a romance story. This is the abduction of Persephone. It's literally called the rape of Persephone in this version. So I hope you like this video. I will probably read more myths on here, but I don't really know which one to start yet. So we'll see each other. Bye!